Hi, Gemma here from FitBody Formula, and in today's episode I want to talk about how food can affect our mood and how we may be able to help fight depression naturally with nutrition. A question we've been asked by a lot of our clients during the current pandemic is, can the food we eat help the way in which we feel? And yes, definitely making certain changes to our diet may well help with our moods and help fight depression. And unfortunately, depression is becoming increasingly common, and if isolation, anxiety, economic uncertainty and the daily onslaught of bad news generated by the coronavirus pandemic are taking a heavy toll on your mood, you're most definitely not alone. Depression affects more than 120 million people worldwide, making it the leading cause of disability according to the World Health Organization. So what if optimizing our nutrition could help us feel better mentally, not just physically? I mean, diet is such an important component of mental health that it has inspired an entire field of medicine called nutritional psychiatry. And what it boils down to is that what we eat matters for every aspect of our health, but especially our mental health. Several recent research analyses looking at multiple studies support that there is a link between what we eat and our risk of depression. You see, one analysis concluded that a dietary pattern characterised of a high intake of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, fish, olive oil, low-fat dairy and antioxidants, and low intakes of animal foods was apparently associated with a decreased risk of depression, whereas a dietary pattern characterised by a high consumption of red and or processed meat, refined grains, sweets, high-fat dairy products, butter, potatoes and high-fat gravy, and low intakes of fruits and vegetables is associated with an increased risk of depression. It's interesting, right? You see, our brain is greedy. It needs a lot of energy to work properly and to create neurotransmitters, which are the chemicals that send signals through the nervous system. And without enough energy or the right nutrients, our brains won't get what it needs. In fact, one study suggests that eating a lot of nutrient-sparse processed foods could up your chances of becoming depressed by as much as 60%. So how can our nutrition look after our brain? I mean, well, nutrition, it can fight inflammation. Chronic inflammation happens when our body turns on an immune response, then doesn't turn it off again. And the resulting damage is linked to all manner of health problems, and one of those is depression. Nutrition can also help to keep your gut healthy, but why is that important? Well, our gastrointestinal tract does a lot more than move food from one end to the other. It's responsible for absorbing the nutrients your organs, including the brain, need to function properly, and for stopping harmful bacteria and other molecules getting to the rest of our bodies. You see, our guts rely on healthy cells and good bacteria which help manufacture vitamins, absorb minerals and digest food. And did you know that most of our serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter that makes us feel happy, is made in the gut and not in the brain? So super important to keep our guts nice and healthy, to keep this happy neurotransmitter in really good supply as well. Coming up, let's take a look at which types of foods can help to keep our brain and gut most healthy. And if you're getting value from the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. So the following nutrients in particular have been linked to brain health. Firstly, there are omega-3 fatty acids, and we can find these in foods like fish, nuts, seeds and algae oil. B vitamins, which our brains also need, can be found in meat, eggs, seafood, green leafy vegetables, legumes and whole grains. And we need vitamin D too, so exposure to the sun is important, but also fortified breakfast cereals, breads, juices and milk contain this vitamin. There's selenium, which is found in cod, Brazil nuts, walnuts and poultry, and tryptophan, which is an amino acid that is a precursor to serotonin. It's not well understood, but low tryptophan seems to trigger depressive symptoms in some people who have taken antidepressants, and tryptophan can be found in protein sources including turkey, beef, eggs, some dairy products and dark leafy greens. So make sure you're getting plenty of whole foods and nutrients for your brain, and don't forget to look after your gut health by eating yogurt and fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi and pickles as well. You can also take a probiotic supplement to help your gut health, and don't forget to limit refined sugars and grains which can make gut problems worse. Also, you should try to avoid or limit depression promoting stuff like alcohol, caffeine, sugar and processed foods as well. You see, our bodies interact with the foods that we eat and the choices we make each day, and they can impact our body's ability to function at its best. You see, although there is no specific diet that has been proven to alleviate depression, we can see that there are plenty of nutrient-rich foods that can help to keep our brains healthy. Now, most experts agree if you have depression or anxiety, your first step should be getting help from a mental health professional. But trying out nutritional changes alongside the steps you and your doctor decide may potentially bolster the improvements. And there is a real movement towards mindfulness and holistic approaches in our culture. And as people become more interested in alternative therapies like this and continue to see the results, we may actually see more mainstream doctors writing prescriptions for healthy foods in the future. Now, I hope you found value in this video, so hit the like button, and any questions, just pop them in the comments section below. Until next week, stay safe and make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, and I look forward to hanging out with you again real soon.